How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Can't complain, can't complain. Look, first and foremost, I think I just like to just put it out there. It's quite an honor, to be speaking to you in terms of your music and in terms of what you've been doing also in your career. It's
Thank
super phenomenal. And I mean, congratulations on everything and successes. I see the song is going crazy on TikTok and
you.
also I think that's also like a dope spot to start it off. You know what I mean? I mean the song is getting a lot of traction. I just want to know, like, in terms of broadening your base as well, what that has done and the importance of sharing or having a song that has that sort of contagious element to it. How important is that for you, and how well has it been for you in terms of broadening your audience scope?
Yeah, honestly, I would say that's been the best outcome of the song moving how it has on online. So many people are discovering me for the first time, getting to dig into my discography, and that's all I could ever ask with each project, that I'm reaching more and more people and touching more people. So it's just an amazing thing to see a year later. Obviously I believed in the song when I put it out, and it was a massive song in my heart. But to have everybody else agree and really make it that in reality, is something so special. So I've just been happy and grateful and excited about the future.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, in terms of the whole project birth, I know I was digging into, like, what you were talking about in terms of when you were creating it. You said you had to rewind and sort of like retrace your footsteps in terms of where you were,
Yeah.
home. And I want to know, in terms of Chicago, how did that play into the creation of the music? In terms of
Yeah.
the soundscapes and the different memories that you tapped into to create Bird's Eye.
Yeah, well, Chicago is just where I was raised, where I grew up, where I started making music for the first time. So a lot of my memories and my connection to music started there. Also, me even I remember like so many pivotal moments in my childhood where I made certain decisions that really impacted the way I think creatively, but also um, I don't know, just really asserting myself in different ways. Like even speaking to the cover, I shot that in the basement of my grandmother's house. And that was really a homage to me dyeing my hair for the first time. So those small moments in my life, but like big grand scheme that really made me who I am, I think is something that I try to remember with each step I take. So it's really hanging on to who I am, where I come from, and like really bringing her into this next season.
Yeah,
Hmm.
phenomenal. So what made this the perfect time to make you want to tap back into those memories, into those moments?
I think I hit like the 10 almost a 10-year mark of like starting music professionally, and it just made me really want to, like I said, trace my steps and look at my career and my life from a broader perspective and look at the turns I've taken, the decisions I've made, and like really being proud of how much time and effort I've put into being where I am today. And I felt like I had no other place to go with the music, but get more raw and peel back the layers. That just felt like the natural progression for me. So I hope to keep doing that and keep finding out new things or remember things about my past and my um, musical journey that's led me to where I am now.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. And in terms of like on the album, I know my personal favorite is the Childish Gambino collab
Yeah.
with Crazy, phenomenal. But in terms of with some of the producers and also some of the vocalists as well. What was that synergy like, and what made you go with those certain people to craft the sound of Bird's Eye and to hone in on that world that you so carefully created and curated?
Yeah, I take my creative relationships so it's just really, really important to me. And when I find people that I feel like I connect with and like I lock in with, I get like an attachment thing. And it's hard for me to like want to lean out of that. So with each project, it's usually like one producer who's kind of spearheading it that I feel connected to. But with this one, I knew he brought a certain flavor that I've really been looking for, especially with the last album. He's somebody who is inspired by all types of music, but still has that soul element at the center of it. And that's what I think my music is. So we just clicked instantly. And like that's like my brother now, like we family. And that's something that I think speaks through the music. You can feel that. You can feel the love and intention and time. But also like picking the features is something that's really important to me as well. You know, it was so nice working with Gambino because I realized that he approaches songwriting in the same way he does screenwriting and film. Um, he really wanted to make sure he got the story right and got the character right and
Yeah,
tell an honest perspective. So that was a really, really beautiful collaboration, and I hope to do more with him in the future.
super fire, super fire. Just lastly, in terms of you spoke about like the sounds that you create and having the soul in it. You've got this beautiful way of taking futuristic sounds like futuristic pop and tracing it to also the synth 80s almost inspired pop, but adding the soul and R&B to it.
Yeah.
How how did you get that sort of part to work so harmonious? I
Mm.
time and so much effort into.
I appreciate that. I think the main thing that I'm drawn to in music is when you can find that balance of something that feels new and innovative and fresh, but also something that feels classic and like you've heard this before. Maybe your mom played this before. Something about it. You can't put your finger on it, but you felt like you've lived with this before. I think when you can strike that balance, that is what makes classic music. And that's what I strive to do. So I'm happy that you feel that.
Look, Bird's Eye continues to age like fine wine.
Thank
Like I
you.
said, on the continued success of it, and definitely we would love to just hear more. And hopefully you'll blend the Chicago dance sound with the South African
Yeah.
as well, because
Yes. There's a marriage there in my head too.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Thank
fire.
you.
Appreciate you and appreciate your time, Rin.
Thank you so much. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, Raven.
Bye.